about to be an ATLien.
What's up, squad? What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all in here heavy. Y'all in here deep. Shout out to Puffy's mom, first person in the room. Shout out to my mods in the building. I see you, C. Patterson. Oh my God, we had a new member early. Shout out to Ann Grace. I appreciate you. I see you, Kadeem. I see you, Miss Nikki. Who else is in here? Let me see. B Red is in here. Reese is in here. Darlene. Okay, I see all the members are in the building. Put your aliens up as you come into the building. Tyann is in here. Okay, come through. Yes. Queen P said it is tea time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is tea time. Jackie, I see you. Darlene. Tyann said Andy is changing up. Look, y'all. Woo. Y'all been on my case all day long. When you going live? Let's go live. Let's talk about all these fires. Let's talk about Andy and Nene. Let's talk about how he shaded Nene with Kandi. Let's talk about the Brat coming out the closet. Let's talk. I know my Patreon people probably gonna kill me because I was supposed to go on there first, but I apologize. We're gonna have an after dark on Patreon, since these YouTubers like to steal a girl's idea, call they stuff after dark. But we've been doing after darks for about 2 years now. But I digress. I appreciate all of y'all for joining me on this semi after dark late night live. Y'all know I'm a night owl, child. I am a night owl. But what are we gonna talk about? Brat. Let's talk about the Brat first. Let's just get this out the way, because y'all already know. We talked about the Brat about a month or so ago. When was her birthday? I can't remember. But her girlfriend, Big Booty Judy, gave her a Bentley for her birthday, right? And so the Brat is in the news this week because she said she's feeling like a brand new woman. She is feeling like a brand new woman after coming out of the closet with this brand new relationship. I can't even say this with a straight face. She is finally claiming her girlfriends publicly. Now, for 25, 30 years, however long she's been in Atlanta and, in the entertainment industry, everybody already knew the Brat. The Brat, like females, like who didn't know that the Brat was a lesbian? I don't know. I don't know who didn't know, but apparently the Brat felt like people didn't know because she didn't tell y'all. And now that she's out, she feels so much free. Her soul is freer. She's free to be herself. She can change her bandanas 2, 3, 4 times a day instead of just once. I mean, I don't understand, but I just want you to look. The Brat, I want you to hear what she had to say. Hold on, I want you to hear, because she said it. I did. I mean, she said she feel free.
It's like I'm very happy, and it just made me want to tell the world I've never felt like this, and I'm blessed. We just wanted to tell everybody. I just wanted to tell everybody, like, I feel free, like a weight is lifted. Like I'm not going to be telling y'all all my
feel free
now.
So free.
I love being able to display my happiness and who I'm with, because I feel so amazing, yo. It's like a weight is lifted. I feel like I've been imprisoned or something. I don't give a damn.
Wait, but she was in prison. Wait, that's not funny. That's not funny, but she was really in prison. So she felt like she was in prison, but she was really in prison, and she just got out of prison, and now she's in. Like, I'm confused. But anyway, we're gonna listen. Hold on.
I've been in the industry for so long now. I've got a coat of armor built so thick that I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. And I'm very happy and proud to say that I am in love, and she is amazing. She is everything that I needed for so long. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. You can't worry about the trolls. You can't worry about what people have to say. Any negativity, because anything you do in life and you're successful and you're happy, somebody always has something to say.
So the Brat is telling you, be yourself. Go out there. If you want a woman, you want a man, doesn't matter. Be yourself. I don't understand. Like, we already knew that, the Brat. But I guess the Brat was a little bit stifled because, she spent all them years in prison. She didn't know She didn't know that she could be free. I don't know. She didn't know. Maybe she didn't. Honestly, she didn't know. Y'all keep talking about it's not news. It's not news. You said kill the echo. Y'all want to hear it again? I'm sorry. I forgot to put my thing on mute. Y'all want to hear it again? Y'all heard her. If y'all didn't hear, press 1 if you want to hear it again. Because I play it again for you. But basically, she just said she's free. She's free. She's happy. She felt like she was in prison all these years because she was keeping this big secret from the world. And now, it is what it is. You said next topic. We cool. No, next topic. I mean, why y'all don't care? DaBrat felt like she wanted to tell the world, and she is free. Just be happy for her relationship. Okay, well, congratulations to DaBrat. Now, y'all want to go ahead and move on to Nene and Andy. Nene, oops, wrong one. Nene and Andy was like, Nene has been like throwing all these little subliminal shots online, and everybody is assuming that she's talking about Andy need to be fired, but I don't think she said it per se. She has retweeted quite a lot of tweets, but Andy broke his silence about those Vanderpump Rules stars getting fired. We talked about that other day as well. Stassi Schroeder and the other girl, I don't know her name. I don't know that. I don't watch that show, but whatever the case may be, they all had some problematic attitudes towards people of color. Now, the two ladies and a gentleman, I believe, got fired from the show. So Andy spoke out about it. And when asked about, what changes there would be at Bravo, because we talked about that as well, how Bravo has, talked about this new, $100 million pledge to create a better environment for its employees and all of that. Well, apparently, Andy had a lot to say about it. Hold on. Here's what Andy said about the firings. It's Stassi Schroeder and Christian Dultz. He said, there's so much happening in the Bravo universe. I will say this, so much talk about Vanderpump Rules. And then, of course, the reunion ended up airing last night. I will say this about what happened. I absolutely support Bravo's decision. I think it was the right decision. And I want to remind people, because I've been getting so many tweets and messages and whatever about Vanderpump Rules and about Southern Charm and other shows. I feel like I have to remind people of this all the time. I am not in charge of programming at Bravo anymore. He said he is not, honey. He says, I am not an executive producer of Vanderpump Rules. Now, he an executive producer of some other shows, but not Vanderpump Rules. He says, I don't have anything to do with that show, except I love it and I host the reunions. Now, he added, I don't produce the show, so what I want people to know is I have no say-so in hiring and firing of that show. After Bravo announced that Stassi, Kristen, and fellow controversy played cast members Max Boyens and Brett Caprioni would not be returning next season, a lot of other people have been speaking out about it, including Nene Leakes, who said on her Twitter, well, all righty then. Now we have a few more questions to ask about in other areas where there's a major difference. Shall we talk about it privately or publicly? She put that on her Twitter and her Instagram. Now, Andy says he did not see Nene's post, but he recently chatted with her. Oh, not with her. Oops, my bad. He chatted with Kandi. He said he didn't see Nene's post, but he chatted with Kandi. Now, people are like, this is where y'all was like, hit me up like, oh, he shaded Nene. He said, he didn't see Nene, but he did talk to Kandi. Apparently, there's a whole new HBIC at BRAVO, but I digress. And he said about talking with Kandi, he said, well, there's a lot more to discuss. There's a lot more, and we're already having those discussions. And I had a great, very long talk with Kandi 2 days ago about it. She had some very fantastic suggestions for how we should move forward, and we're all ears. So Nene seems to feel, at least according to her Twitter, let's go over here to her Twitter. Let me put this Twitter in here. I do that. Let me show y'all her Twitter because we're gonna dissect some of these tweets. Nene seems to feel, according to her Twitter, that is very interesting, and I guess it's kind of like she doesn't feel like Kandi should speak for all of them. In fact, she retweeted that because somebody said, why is Bravo and @Andy holding discussions with Kandi as if she's the boss of RHOA? Why? Nene retweeted that. Then somebody said, I don't know, but reading, I had a great, very long talk with Kandi, blah, 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 annoyed me. Assert that you're going to have these talks with all Bravo libs on your payroll. So Nene seems to, agree, retweeting means you co-signing, that's what the people say. So when she tweeted it and said she found it interesting, she's been retweeting a lot of what other people have been saying. One of the things that she said was all of these companies coming out with large contributions towards social justice. Clearly, there are lots of executives sitting in these offices with no heart and no feelings. You sit there knowing that a Black person hasn't been treated equal. I just want you to know you're a piece of shit. Woo! So people are like, is she talking about Andy? Is she talking about Andy? You said I should watch Nene's interview. She didn't talk about anyone. Okay, which interview is that? Is that the one for Glamour? Michelle, the dudes are biracial. I think Brat's mom is Black. Okay, I don't even know who they are. We're talking about the show. No, she isn't. Playing Black women against Black women. What else y'all saying in here? You said my thumbnail is of her own nose. Y'all are so wrong. Why y'all be talking about that lady nose like that? Okay, anyway, let me continue. So another thing that she said that was interesting, she retweeted this that someone said, exactly, Nene leaks. Andy and Bravo has to know RHOA has higher ratings than the Kardashians. Yet they make a significant amount more, 4.5 million each. Andy, that's systemic racism. Kim Z keeps her show year after year. It barely has 500K viewers. Woo! Now, y'all remember when Kandi got on her high horse and kept saying Nene was talking about her, and me, the blog goddess, kept telling you that Nene was talking about Kim Zolciak? Well, I don't know if that is proof or not, but her retweeting that seems to imply that there's some truth to it. I'm just saying. I said it was Kim Zolciak. A couple of y'all said it was Lisa Vanderpump. It could have been either one or both, but at the end of the day, she was talking about Caucasians getting a show year after year, whereas brown girls don't necessarily get a show. Kandi getting these little snippets of a show every now and then that don't ever get renewed is not the same thing as Lisa Vanderpump going from a Housewives to a Vanderpump Rules, which is a separate show. It's not the same as a Kim Zolciak going from a housewife to Tardy for the Party, which is a separate show. I don't know why y'all don't understand that and why we have to keep breaking it down to you over and over and over and over again. But I mean, if Kandi wants to have a show up under the RHOA umbrella, get a few extra checks, that is fine with Kandi. Kandi is doing what Kandi needs to do for herself and her family. But what Kandi is not doing is getting a spinoff, period. Now, do y'all understand? Have y'all figured that out yet? Have y'all understood? I don't understand if y'all don't understood. You said Kandi is afraid to lose her platform. I don't know, but it seems like people don't seem to understand that. But I don't know. It's just interesting. And then, we talk about Kim Zolciak over and over and over again. Now, people, a lot of people have been coming forward saying Kim Zolciak need to be put on the chopping block, but she already been chopped. Y'all remember when the Housewives stood up, they refused to film another episode unless Bravo did something with Kim. I don't remember what season that was. What it 5, 6, whatever season was when she got the boot and ended up getting tardy for the party. Well, during that time when they stood together together to boot Kim off the show. Kim was refusing to film. You know, she only filmed at her house. She only filmed with her family. And the girls, all of the black women on that cast was like, it's not fair. It's not fair. Kim is being treated differently. We don't have the luxury of having our family members on the set. We don't have the luxury of, you don't think I want my husband on the set with me all the time? But yet Croy was always right there. Croy was being an ominous presence. Like, you know, whenever Kim get into something, Croy was right there trying to, like, I guess, fight the black girls. I don't know. But, you know, it came out that, you know, they stood up. Kim got fired, but she didn't necessarily get fired because she was still under contract with Bravo. Being under contract with Bravo, what they did was created a safe space for Kim, i.e. her own show outside of the Housewives umbrella, and they ended up giving Kim Tardy for the Party. And what did Tardy for the Party do? It just gave Kim her own little segment of the audience, her own little, you know, white cushion over here, you know, instead of being around these black girls. And then when they saw that her show wasn't doing well, they brought Kim back, and you saw what a disaster that was, and how Sheree Whitfield was kissing her ass. Sheree was the new sweetie. I could go on and on about Kim, child. Y'all know how they dragged Kim that season. What was that, season 10? And Kim was like, you know, bringing up Roachgate and talking about roaches and calling people roaches and all of that, and all of these racist stereotypes that Kim was using. And then at the end of the reunion, Kim was like, she can't deal with these scary black girls. Kim pulled a Karen on y'all. Kim pulled a whole Karen and was like, I don't know, I can't fight all these black girls. These black girls are being so mean to me. And, you know, again, she got sent off to her safe space, to her own show. And initially, Bravo Andy, you know, he was all for it on the reunion, but then he went behind the scenes, started doing interviews, started being apologetic, you know, about Kim, you know, because he wanted to keep both sides happy. He wanted to keep us happy, the fans of the Housewives, who are, you know, most of us are African Americans, not all of us, but he also wanted to keep Kim's, you know, Trump-laden audience happy. So, you know, you just have to keep your eyes open, and you'll see, you'll get to, you know, I don't know, but Kim has been interested. That's why I have called her KKK Kim since the beginning of time. I should have put Kim's picture in my in the thumbnail, because I could do a whole damn show about Kim and all the cease and desist she just sent me, child. She sent me a whole cease and desist back in, hold on, you know, I got all my cease and desist letters in a file right here. Hold on. She sent me a cease and desist back in 2017. It was from Kim, Brielle, Croy. And she was saying that I was calling them KKK, indicating that I was calling them the Ku Klux Klan, but I wasn't. I was calling her Kim, Croy, and the kids. Kim, K, Croy, K, and the kids. K, KK, Kim. I don't know how y'all don't get it, but it is what it is. But in doing so, she watched my video. Kim was a fan. I want to show y'all this. So y'all can laugh along with me. Kim was a fan. Kim, this was before my YouTube channel even you said a couple of days someone used Michelle for clickbait. Oh, what? Hold on. I'm on this right now. We're gonna get to that in a minute. We're gonna get to that during the phone calls. Hold on, I want to show y'all this letter so we can laugh, so we can key. I'm gonna put it big. Hold on, here go the beginning of it. So y'all can see it was to me, blah, 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 blah. But this part right here, she was talking about a video. This one I was talking about when Brielle posted that Snapchat when she was in Nene's bathroom with the roach. What she said was a roach turned out to be like a little, one of them flying bugs or whatever, a bee. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a roach. But she wrote, the first video is one that Brielle posted of herself on Snapchat. Unbeknownst to Brielle, the video also captured a large bug crawling across the floor. Within minutes of it being posted, it was brought to Brielle's attention that there was a large bug in the video, and she immediately deleted the video. Thereafter, Brielle observed that there were appeared to be several other large insects crawling on the floor in Nene's guest bathroom, and she took a second video, which she shared only with her mother. Girl, My clients never posted the second video online or commented publicly about finding cockroaches in Nene's home. You and Nene are the only ones who have shared both the video that Brielle previously posted and deleted on Snapchat, along with the second video depicting multiple insects. It is an absolute lie for you to state in the video posted on your blog it's the same video that was posted and deleted by Brielle on Snapchat. Clearly it wasn't a lie because this was in 2017 and I ceased and desist didn't make a difference because the video's still up and so is my post. But anyway, she broke down my whole video. I stated in the video who says such and such lives in a roach infested house. The white girl talking to the black girl saying something like that to me is racist. You just gonna assume because I'm black I got roaches? Sound like something I would say. Like, seriously, that's some foul shit. They quoted me. She said, my clients have never made any assumptions about Nene or state of her home based on her race, and it is offensive and highly defamatory for you to falsely state that my clients would make such an assumption. The fact that Brielle personally observed insects crawling on the floor, like, it's like you wrote this whole letter. You wrote this whole letter to tell me that you are not racist. You wrote this whole letter in 2017 to tell me that you are not racist. And to this day, I still refer to you as KKK Kim. She is still employed. And that to me would seem that, you know, Bravo perhaps doesn't give a damn. Maybe they feel the same way. I'm just saying. I just watch the show just like y'all do. It was another thing that I talked about. Y'all remember Kim and Sweetie? What was it? Kim and Sweetie. Kim and talking about fried chicken and watermelon. Like, it's just so much that Kim has done. And this entire letter, which is why I keep it as a souvenir, basically, you know, breaks down every single thing that I've said. It said, based on the false premise that Brielle posted the same video. Wait. Let me see. Hold on. You falsely and maliciously assert that Kim uses racist undertones, citing as evidence that Kim supposedly referred to Nene and Deshaun Snow as chicken eating, and that she allegedly referred to Kandi Burruss's home as ghetto, and that Kim was fired from the television series The Real Housewives of Atlanta during season 4 after she was caught using the N-word. There is no truth whatsoever to the foregoing statement, so it is clear Kim has never used the N-word, and my clients did not condone use of that word, nor was Kim fired from RHOA. Like, wait a minute, time has passed and we all know that all of that is true. So I'm just saying, I didn't catch a case. But anyway, let me continue. Moreover, it was Kim's African-American assistant, not Kim, who stated that Kandi's home, which was located in the Cascade section of Atlanta, a neighborhood commonly referred to by locals as the hood or the ghetto, was in the ghetto. And I'm like, that is racist in itself. Whoever wrote this letter is a racist, because I don't know anybody in Atlanta who refers to the Cascades as hood or ghetto besides Caucasians like him. That just brought me, that just put me back in my feelings. I know it's an old letter, but I'm like, child, now you see why I'm stuck on calling her KK Kim, and I will never change. But on to the next. Let me move on to something else. I was going to talk about Kandi too, since she's the new black face of Bravo. Since Kandi is the new black face of Bravo, Kandi has been making the rounds, and she also did a recent interview on was it Watch What Happens Live? I think it was Watch What Happens Live, when she spoke about how she's been telling her kids about the Black Lives Matter movement and explaining police brutality to her son. Okay. She says her 17-year-old daughter, Riley, who is, supposed to be headed to New York University in the fall, took a bold stance by unfollowing all of her non-Black friends on social media who failed to post anything supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. She says Riley made it like a movement through her whole friend group. She said if Riley did not see some type of statement or them show that they care, she was unfollowing you and she was serious about it. Now, she said it was a much different scenario with her 4-year-old son, Ace, who dressed as a police officer for his career day at school. At his young age, Ace doesn't understand all that's going on amid the protests for George Floyd and asked her, so the police are the bad guys? Burris fought back tears as she explained how painful it is to explain this to her young son. Is it that crazy you have to explain that to a 4-year-old? Hold on, I want to see what she had to say. Hold on. I want to see what Kandi had to say. That one.
Tell me about your dialogue with your kids about this.
Oh my goodness. Obviously, I'm getting it all from all different ages. We have Riley and Kayla who are on the older side of things, which Riley, she's very opinionated. And from the jump, she was like, she goes to a school that obviously the minority is Black, majority is white. But she was like, okay, I am unfollowing every single friend or person that is non-Black who's not speaking up about this, who's for, he was a policeman on career day. And so when my husband was Todd was trying to explain to him, what was going on and why everybody was so upset and what was happening with the police, Ace was confused. He was like, so the police are the bad guys? Now, isn't that crazy to have to explain that to a 4-year-old? For you to be Black and have to worry about the police being the bad guys? It definitely, I know y'all say I cry all the time, but that's an emotional thing for me. And Andy, I know you care about us, but you don't have to think about that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we have to think about for our sons.
So was this what Andy was talking about when he said he spoke to Kandi, or did he really speak to Kandi? Like you said the small. Y'all need to stop being so petty with Kandi and her crying. Y'all need to stop. I'm just saying. Kandi kept it real and Andy kept shaking his head. Now she's an actress. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all really feel that way? Y'all don't feel like Kandi was serious about trying to explain that to her 4-year-old son? I mean, I hate each and every one of y'all. I swear I do. Look, if you out here, I see it's like 1,500 in the chat. Facebook, shout out to Facebook in the building, and YouTube. Go ahead and like this video, please, and thank you. I also would like to hear from you because I know y'all got a lot to say about all of this. We talked about the Brat coming out the closet, finally feeling free. Are you shocked or nah? We talked about Nene feeling like, or allegedly feeling like Andy needs to be on the chopping block along with everybody else that's been saying inappropriate things about, African Americans on Bravo and the NBC Universal family. And we talked about Kandi being the new face of Bravo's African American I don't know. It's going to be called Bravo Soul or something. I don't know. But anyway, I would love to hear from you guys. I have put the link in the chat. All you have to do is click the link, activate your camera and your microphone, and you are on with me. I will appreciate it. You said the Brat wasn't fooling nobody. The Brat wasn't fooling nobody. Hold on. Hi, Gabrielle.
Michelle.
Hi.
I had no intentions on calling in tonight. I was just going to lurk and be a viewer.
Oh. What made you call?
Because you are. Well, no, it's not you. I'm lying. The people in the comments, they're talking about Porsha protesting and stuff. Porsha got on the show with her lineage, with her grandfather, Hosea Williams. Porsha been twerking and shaking her butt for 7 years, and now she want to protest.
Why twerkers can't protest?
Because she hasn't. We saw her give food out one time on the show. One time. And she didn't even know what the Underground Railroad was. Come on.
Okay, I know you remember the candy coated clip.
No. This don't have nothing to do with candy. I was just telling the truth. Porsha gave out food one time on Housewives.
Okay.
Anyways, you don't think?
But I'm just saying. So you're saying that because she wasn't an active participant, that she cannot participate in protesting?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they said they're comparing the two, and they said that Kandi's just doing it because Porsha did it, or Kandi just had something to say because Porsha's getting tear gassed or whatever. But okay, Bravo doesn't air everything. But if my grandfather is Hosea Williams, like none of that has been a part of Porsha's storyline, has it?
No, it hasn't.
Exactly. Thank you. And I am done. Please govern yourself accordingly.
Not govern yourself. Come through, lawyer.
Good night.
People can grow, Jezebel, just like you can grow.
But she didn't grow from being Hosea Williams' granddaughter. That's still in her family.
Okay. Well, maybe now is the growth. Maybe her leading the charge might be the next step.
All right, I'll take it.
I'm trying to be positive, since that people say I be dragging all the black women. I'm trying to be positive.
You don't be dragging nobody.
I know, but still, I'm trying to be uber positive.
All right, I'm gone. Bye.
Thank you, Jezebel.
You're welcome.
Bye. Hold on. Von Zipper. Hello. I can't hear you. Von Zipper.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Okay, let's talk about systemic racism on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Let's.
Because I don't think people really understand what was going on with Kim in season 5 and season 10. Okay. Kim, Nene, and Marlo all have the same attorney. I'm cool with them. Same attorney. So they know how much each other make.
Mm-hmm.
It was clear that Kim was making the most money and wasn't doing the least amount of work. So that's why they band up there. Like, they don't care anything about that girl. They just was like, you getting paid all the money and doing nothing.
I don't know that she was getting paid the most money, but I think she was getting paid more than, I know she was getting paid more than Marlo, because I don't even think Marlo was getting paid at that time.
Well, she was getting paid more than Kandi and Cynthia.
And she wasn't doing it. You're right. And she wasn't showing up to events. She would, yeah, you're right.
She was getting paid, but I believe she was getting paid more than Nene too, because when people like Eva don't do anything, no one cares because they're not getting anything, So that's clearly what it was. It was she was making the money, and they were like, hell no. Same thing with season 10. They were like, no, they're not gonna pay you all this money to just come in here and just roll out the door like you did last time.
But Kim was just a friend in season 10. Remember, Sheree was the one who had the peach.
Yeah, but I still believe they paid her more per episode than most of them. Like, it's clear, like they had to. Like, why else would they paid her top dollar to come and do nothing, and that's systemic racism. It's like, why is she getting paid a peach rate to be a friend? In that case, everybody would be like, I'll do it. So I mean, that's clearly what it is, and I really believe.
And she said the N word.
Did she? Can someone show me that? But I look for it.
I wrote about it on my site.
But I didn't hear it. And I can read. I didn't hear it. Like, I would love to say she did, but I didn't see it. Like, I was looking. I've looked several times. I don't think she's stupid though. She's trash. but I don't think she's that stupid. Like she knows once that come out of her mouth, that's it. And this is all she got.
And that was it. Once it came out of her mouth, that was it. She had to go.
No, I mean that would be really it. Like she would be over at the EBT office. Like that would have been it. Like if she know that, everybody know that. If that girl would have been at wherever her parents at. Where her parents at? That's where she would be.
Kentucky somewhere. I don't know.
Something. But that's what it is. And like Kandi crying to Andy is like, I'm very business oriented and I have climbed a business ladder, but I'm not doing that. It's just,
what do you mean?
It's just
Kandi crying to Andy?
Like, yeah, like he cares. Like, you know, like I can't do stuff like that. Like he really cares. Like you don't have to tell your son. What is that? Oh, your post. I probably commented, and I know I commented. Like I read it, but still, like I know she's just politicking and playing the game. But that kind of stuff is just counter to what I think we should be trying to do right now. Like having conversations on Bravo. Like they say Bravo's not opening and not welcome and stuff. So why are we having conversations on Bravo about this?
Look at my tweet from 2012. I don't think Kim Zolciak would be dumb enough to say the N-word, but the fact that we can't say with certainty says a lot about her.
I agree with that. That's what I said. That like, I mean, I you never heard me say she didn't. I just said I couldn't believe it. But this all she got. She not smart. Nobody else is hiring her. She said she was a nurse. I don't think nobody would hire her to be a nurse again. Like this is it. Of her. How many kids she got? She can't feed those kids without a TV check, Michelle. We know that. That's all she got. Croy's done. Like what he doing?
Nothing. He's her assistant when she sells stuff on when she do her online thrift shop.
Okay, and then I want to talk about the Kardashians too, because people always say that where the Kardashians don't have any rate, like their ratings are low, which they are, but they make more money. It's called collective bargaining. If all these ladies, Jersey Shore did it, like pull up the articles, Jersey Shore, they all banded together and said, we not shooting. We're MTV's #1 show. We're not shooting until you pay us top dollar. And that's what all the girls on Atlanta need to do. They need to all hold hands and hold up the production schedule. Say, we not shooting till you pay me.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just different when it comes to these black girls versus these white girls. They can do it, but these black girls is like, I don't feel like they would get the same respect. It'd be like, well, cut them all, get some more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it would be the same. I don't know.
Michelle, it's been the same exact cast minus 1 or 2 people since season 5. They not gonna do it. They gonna pay them. They gonna run them that money. Like they just gotta be for real about it.
I mean, they did try it with Kim. You know, when they all banded together and wouldn't film until they did something about Kim, and that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? But like now, I don't know that they would all come together because you see they all on different sides of the fence, and I don't think Kenya would be agreeable with nobody at this point. She don't like nobody. Kandi with Kenya, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else, it's like to split. I don't know. And this is like real life beef they got. This ain't like online beef. So I just be tripping watching it.
It ain't no beef stronger than me to make some more money. That's how I operate. Like I can hate you, whatever. We're gonna make more money. And I agree with you. That's like the regular workplace in corporate America. You always have that lowest paid, that 500,000 person when everybody else making $1.2 million, who just mess it up. Like if you just like, come on, like they just need to band together, and they should do that now while they got the momentum, once them little pickup letters come out and why this is still a topic, they should band together. But then you know what, Michelle, and you know this, the workplace kind of counters that, but what's the #1 rule? Don't talk about how much you make and religion. So then when you go to them and be like, we heard Beverly Hills, or we heard they making this much, they're going to be like, who told you?
You're right. Well, thank you, Zipper. I appreciate you. We got a full deck tonight. I don't know what's going on in these calls there.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Well, I appreciate you.
All right.
Bye. Somebody said, "What's the scoop with Kandi's alliance with Kenya?" We talked about that. Like, Kandi needed somebody to stand with, and Kenya was it. You know, it is what it is. Hi, Kia.
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am so tired. Hey, everybody. I just have a quick question, or whether it's like a statement, and I'm not being sarcastic or anything, but the Brat coming out the closet, is this like seriously, is it a joke? Because everybody in America knew that she was a lesbian, and there's nothing wrong with that. But does she really believe that she was fooling us?
I don't think so. I don't know. She might have.
How?
You know what I mean? She never like confirmed or denied it. Maybe she thought there was still a question about it.
So she just wanted us to believe that just basically she was just like a tomboy at her adult age, and that's it. Oh, okay. I'm girl. Okay, I'm confused how they're actually interviewing her with a straight face, because my facial expressions would have been like, okay, girl, we really doing this?
They didn't show their faces, so we didn't see it. They probably was smirking in the background.
I know I would have been. I couldn't even get through the questions. I'd have been like, come on, man, like for real, like come on, you playing with us right now. You want us to really believe that okay, Giddy, you free. We're very happy. I tell everybody, live your truth, but you want us to believe that you really want us to believe that we did not know that you were a lesbian. Like, come on, seriously. That's what you're gonna. That's your final answer. That's your final thought. Okay, girl. I guess. I had another question about. I'm a little confused. So I was reading the chat, and can you make it make sense for me? They said that I remember when Nene was making the comments, but vaguely stating about how people were getting the shows. Of course, the first two people I thought about was Lisa Vanderpump, and I thought about her because of the fact of how Lisa did her with the club that Nene was trying to open back in LA, and Lisa lied and then bought the property, opened the club, etc. Plus, Lisa always had her own shows. Then I was thinking about Kim, which I didn't understand. I knew she always had her own show. It wasn't like little spinoffs and stuff like everyone else would get afforded. Would get basically rewarded to them. But what I don't get is I'm trying to make sense of it. I don't know if it's like a business. I'm just trying to make sense of it. If she felt this way about Lisa and Kim, which we really don't know which one she's actually speaking about directly. Remember when the quarantine was like super official and everybody was in the house and on live and blah, blah, blah. You remember she had that one episode when Kim came on there, and allegedly they were trying to put that show together, but they were going to do on YouTube. Of course, nothing came of that. But if she felt this way about Kim, I'm just trying to, I've looked at it two ways. I'm thinking she put Kim on the show to basically bother the rest of her castmates.
From my understanding, I think it was all Kim's idea at first. But it just didn't pan out that way. You know what I mean?
I thought she did it to bother everybody else on her show, have them thinking, oh my God, Kim and Nene are going to be back for the next season. And then I was thinking maybe
that had a little bit to do with it too. I'm sure she was just trying to ruffle some feathers too. But at the end of the day, I feel like she and Kim will never be friends because of all the things that have gone down. Like, I don't see that happening. But sure, I'm sure she can use Kim as leverage for something else. Like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, they use us for everything. But anyway, and Kandi, I'm gonna be nice because I like Jezebel, so I'm not gonna talk about Kandi Man tonight. So I'm gonna be nice. I really like her. So
Jezebel is not the president.
I like Jezebel, but she's like the VP of the club. So no, I'm not gonna do that. But I think that's all I have. I just was really confused by that DaBrat thing, and that was confusing. When she came out and she said that she was free, I was like, girl, I never knew you weren't, other than the time you went to prison. But other than that, I thought you was good. Okay, I'm lost.
Do you remember that video Nene did well before this season even aired, and she was saying that somebody was trying to stop her bag and all of that? You remember?
Yes, and Kandi again thought it was about her.
Yeah, and I think that was about like a Lisa Vanderpump or an Andy or some executive higher up. Like, we never found out who that was because she's never said any names, so we've been guessing all this time. But I don't, anyway, at the end of the day, Kandi ain't even in the running.
No. Well, another thing that I realized that a lot of people don't realize that, like somebody said, Bravo does not show everything, and also they, of course, they're on the front lines. They see a lot of stuff that, of course, we're not privy to. So the energy that that Nene has towards these people, I'm not even second guessing it, because she's been here for I don't know how many years, and maybe she just tired of it. And she finally standing up and like, you know what, forget it. This is the time now. I'm not about to deal with this next season. So it's an opportunity, and if it's there, I would have ran with it too, just to get my point across. Because who wants to deal with this again next year? Especially if you've been doing it for so long and you know you were not going to be heard, but now you know you're going to be heard. So go for it.
Right.
Opportunity like this come 1 in a million, so go for it.
I would say, yeah, I get that, but my thing is, I wouldn't speak out if I'm still on the payroll. Like, you know, even if I'm getting pennies, I'm still getting more than most. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but she has to have something. Nene's not a fool. She has to have something,
right?
Something to holding against them.
But even with that, you can't have no recording against your employer. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can fight. Yeah, you can say whatever you're gonna say, and yeah, you're gonna get the boot. Like, trust me.
Maybe it's the email.
With the lottery, everybody had proof too, but I ain't keep no job after that. At the lottery. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Like, yeah, I'm speaking out. Look, things changed after I left, and that's what happened with her. It's like, so you'll be out in the cold with no 3-4 million a year, and everybody else will get a big ass increase because you know you stood up. You were the Joan of Arc. You took the bullets because you know you spoke out for everybody else. But what about you? So that's the main reason why people don't speak out today.
I think even though, let's say, for instance, hypothetically, which I don't want to wish ill on anybody, she stands up, she speaks out, she speaks her piece, she says what is going on in there. And let's say they do fire her. I know for a fact, we all know she's going to land back on her feet. Yes, those millions will be gone, but sometimes things like that happen and bigger opportunities are there for you. I mean, look, you just gave a perfect example when you were at the lottery place. So, and now look at you. So you good.
I get that, but I'm just saying, in general, you still got to think it out and you got to be strategic. You got to play chess, not checkers. So you're not going to come out with guns blazing and all your hands and all
well, she hasn't technically yet. She just getting little pieces here and there.
Right.
Well, maybe one day we'll find out everything. Maybe not. I hope, you know, this all comes. I just hope it all comes out in the wash and we find out what's really going on, because she sounds real angry. She sounds like she over it. She's really, really. But the thing is, she been doing this before this whole movement even started. Like the last season, she's been voicing her opinion a lot about how she's tired of a lot of stuff. So you can only push a person so far. That's it. It is what it is. But it is a pleasure seeing you look so pretty tonight. And I'm going to go to bed. I have an early meeting in the morning. So I'm going to jump back in the chat and go to sleep. So you guys have a great night, okay?
All right. Thanks for calling.
Bye, Michelle. My pleasure. Bye.
I love my squad. Y'all are great, except y'all don't never want to be on camera. Hold on. I'm taking y'all in order. Hey, Ann Grace.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Great, thank you. First, I want to say sorry, Jazzy Bell, but I'm very proud of Porsha. Very proud of the growth that I'm seeing from her. I mean, I feel like it's real. I don't feel like she's putting on. It came across genuine. I've watched several interviews, several of the protests she's been a part of, and her speaking and all of that. And I feel like, you know, sometimes it takes something to happen to get people to walk in their purpose and their calling. And then this may be that thing for Porsha, because I feel like it's a perfect fit. Like it's just fitting her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's how I feel about it. So I don't see it as, and as far as her feeding people and doing other things, Bravo don't like to show a lot of those type of things that those ladies do. So sometimes we don't see a lot of the other things that they do throughout their community, because that's not what they're trying to show about them. And so we can't necessarily say who she's feeding, donating, and what she does on that level, because Bravo don't show that. They're showing them fighting or, you know, that kind of stuff back and forth. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was my thing about Porsha. My thing about Kandi, I saw an interview. I want to say it may have been a Bravo interview, because it had Kandi, it had Porsha, but they weren't together. He did all of them, and they came on after each other, like they were separate. And he did Giselle, whoever, and they were talking about what's going on now, the race, relations. This is, and all of the things. And Kandi, Porsha was more talking about it from protesting, telling people how they can get involved. That was her whole speech, not speech, but her whole talking point. Kandi was talking from a perspective of seek companies making a change where it's equality, difference in pay and all this kind of stuff, and why we're not seeing enough Black people. That's how she was speaking. And the person said, well, maybe you need to talk to Bravo. So she said, oh, I'm already in that discussion, already doing that. So yes, she has already been. If you'll see the YouTube video, but she saw that it's obvious she's already have made that contact with Bravo on that issue. So that's real about him talking to Kandi. And I do agree with the whoever sent that tweet out. They were absolutely correct. I feel like he should be speaking to each of those women one-on-one, and it shouldn't be one being a spokesperson for all of them. That they should all have a part in the conversation. So I don't agree with how he's handling that, and it just makes me feel more like this thing that they have against Nene. But what I want to say is I do believe that this is the perfect climate, the perfect time for anybody in corporations where there's injustice with race issues. This is the time. If you're going to stand up, if you're going to say something, this is the time. Never before have it ever been a time like this where you look and you see companies shifting. Look at the shift that's going on. They're firing people left and right. They're putting people down. They're changing their, commercials. They're doing this. I mean, everything. There's such an awareness that wasn't there before that is shaking right now. So this is that climate. If you want to invoke any kind of change like that, this is it. This is the time to strike. So I think, Nene speaking out, I think it's like everything is coming together at a perfect time, that this may all be a good time for what she's been experiencing. Right now is a good time for it to come to head. Because I do think, I do. I really do feel that. And I think this way it'll come out more beneficial for her. I'm just sad that Kandi is working. I don't want to say she's working against her, but that's how I feel. Like she's allowing herself to be working against another sister or someone instead of them working together. And just like with those tweets and stuff, like that was never about you, Kandi. You chose to read that about you. Anybody on the out, well, I don't want to say anybody. I'm on the outside and I could see it wasn't about you. I saw it was deeper.
And it almost feels like Kandi is letting them use her to do that.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that's how I feel.
Forcing the issue, either somebody in production forcing her to do that, because it's like
exactly that's how I feel.
Yeah, they kind of amp up the drama, knowing that it's not the drama. Kandi know it wasn't about her. Nene even said she texted her and told her it wasn't about her. She told on the phone it wasn't about her, but yet she still feels it's about her. And she keeps publicly stating, well, I mean, she said it wasn't about me, but I still think it's about me. But why? Like, it's like she's forcing that issue for whatever reason.
So to me, I was feeling like, was she, before this thing happened, was she being used as a pawn? Like somebody in executive office, was there a conversation? Hey, we need you to work this and do this thing. I know how corporations work, and if they can find a yes man or that person, they will do that when they're trying to, navigate something to move someone else out. And I don't know. It's not making sense. It's just, It's just not making sense. That made up drama between the two of them in regards to that. So yeah, that was my my point of view that I wanted to say. But
thank you, Ann Grace, and welcome to the squad. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, and thank you. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Goodbye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hold on, y'all. What? Oh, that's Ann Grace again. Hold on. Charlotte,
Hi.
why y'all not on camera today? What is up with y'all? My hair ain't done. I'm on camera. I'm here looking a mess. Why y'all can't look a mess with me?
I'm on camera. I mean, I'm not on camera, but I'm normally always on camera. You know that. I'm always on camera, but my hair is not looking a mess, honey. I got braids. So let's get that.
Well, what's the issue now?
I got a robe on. I don't feel like putting.
Well, it's only
like
from the
putting on
neck
clothes.
up.
And
It's only from the neck up. I mean,
I didn't feel like putting on the cherry jubilee lipstick.
I ain't gonna look. I'm not gonna. I'm
Like,
not gonna.
I'm trying to be funny. Talking about your lipstick. I'm saying cherry jubilee. You got to be old school to know about that.
What is cherry jubilee? I wear Ruby Woo.
Now you know about cherry jubilee lipstick now, Michelle. Stop playing.
What's that Fashion Fair?
Yeah, I think that was Fashion Fair one. Yeah.
See, how you gonna tell me I know?
Well, I mean, it was only yeah. That's that meant you spent money.
I used to wear Fashion Fair. I used to wear chocolate raspberry.
That was before chocolate raspberry. Cherry Jubilee was the first one, I think.
Oh, I don't remember Cherry Jubilee then. That was before me.
Yeah, that was throwback. That was back with the neon 30.
Look at Jazbel said we telling our age now.
Oh, let me tell you, Jazbel, I did not agree with
Jazbel is 20 something. You can't whatever.
Yeah,
everybody
okay. Well, yeah, because I didn't agree with her what she was saying. And I know she's part of the candy coated lick, whatever you call it. That's what I called it. It ain't the click, it's the lick. But anyway,
they said Cherry Jubilee was Avon. You wrong.
It was one. I just know I used to wear it. I was a kid, but it was the only red lipstick we wore. But look, I don't agree with what she was saying about Porsha because she didn't talk much about her grandfather and all that, and maybe she was too young to really understand all the things that was going on when her grandfather was living. Maybe she just never really got into that. Who knows? Maybe her sister is more into it than she is. But one thing has nothing to do with the other. She's speaking out against police brutality. I mean, I think she was being truthful and honest about that. I think that it really had an impact on her. And I think I don't think she did it for attention. I think she really cared. For as the Brat, I mean, I don't know why people are trying to help resurrect the dead. I mean, let her stay dead. Let her stay over there with Ricky Smiley them. I mean, nobody cares about a 50-year-old bulldog who's been bulldagging for 40 years, talking about coming out the closet. Darn well. Stevie Wonder.
Don't be using those slurs now. Don't do it.
That's a slur. That's what we grew up. Well, I mean,
yeah.
But that mean our parents and great grandparents and grandparents and all them were using slurs then, because that's
what we grew up. I guess if you're a member of the community, I guess you can use it, but I can't use it.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm a member of the community. I'm
okay. Well, there you go. So you can use it. I can use it.
I'm a member of the community.
I can't say nothing.
They was get up
that's when I said something about. When I said something about the little gay boys or something, somebody said
every female that's gay is not a lesbian. I'm not going to say she's not a lesbian. See, that ain't what we would call a lesbian back in my time. We didn't call the Brat a lesbian. You have your lesbians, but you had lesbian, dykes, and bulldaggers. She followed the bulldog.
Isn't that all in the same? Okay, you schooling me.
But they different categories. Yeah, they have different names. She in that name. But quit playing. I mean, she's trying to sell music. So I mean, she's got a new song from what I
she got some music out.
I hadn't heard it. I wouldn't even waste my time. But I heard she had a new song out. So all of that popped up. She come out with that statement. Then her music come out. And it's like people say she's still incarcerated mentally. I think she's stuck in the 90s and the 80s where I think she thought that she could just come out and say that and the community just gonna run and scream on music. I mean that because she's not saying it for nobody else but the 20-year-olds, because anybody 35 and up know what time it is with her. So I mean, who even cares at this point? Who even cares? It's not like she was it's not like she come from a family that didn't accept her being a lesbian, a bulldagger. Nobody. She didn't come from a family that was anti-gay. She didn't come from a family that she would have been disowned and all that. So stop.
But the thing is, did nobody not know? Like, it wasn't
That's
a
what I'm
secret.
saying.
Everybody in the entire Atlanta knew that
everybody in the industry knew. I remember DaBrat was a straight dude, man, from day one. And the only time yeah, she was a dude from day one. I mean, she was a pure dude from day one. She was a dagger from the dope. But I remember when they tried to, about 7, 8 years later, tried to clean her up and put on some girl clothes and take them plaits out of her head and tried to put some weave in her hair and roller wrap her hair and put some lipstick on. And I remember back then, was it So Funky? No, it wasn't So Funky Pie. What was the video? She had the little bikini suit on. She had a swimsuit on, laying in the chair.
Funkified with Tyree.
Yeah, Funkified. Everybody was like, "Whoa, look at DaBrat." But that was about the only time that, yeah. Other than that, I mean, and nobody even then, she wasn't playing with no dudes.
Oh, that's what you like. The What You Like video.
Yeah, no, she wasn't playing with no dudes even then. She wasn't talking about. We knew that. But so that just leave her career just in the dead. Nobody cares about all that. She just needs to focus on doing commentary on the radio show and call it the day. Far as Kandi with that old crying and all that old fake sympathy. I mean, stop playing. This girl cry about everything. You could say, hey, Andy could have said, well, hey, my friend ate the chicken before they ate the macaroni. She'll start crying. Nobody don't care about that. I mean, she crying, talking about I had to explain to my son. Girls, she started crying before she started saying what she had to say. That Bravo has found, and it's always a guinea pig. It's always a coon somewhere that they can find in any of these businesses or corporations. They can always find a coon somewhere. Kandi is money driven. She is money. She worships.
Don't do that.
Yeah. She's doing some coonery. She's willing to do anything. She would do anything that they would ask her to do. Sell her soul or anything to have Nene's spot.
Oh,
she would do anything. I'm telling you, she would. She would. I think she would do anything in the world to coon up, to get up on the Andy, to get close to him, to get up under these executives. She would do anything. I mean, she go put some kids in the tube and pop them out. She'd do anything. Andy had his kids. I had his kids. She popped around, and here she is gonna go do the same thing. That was her excuse. I mean, anything to try to get up on the Andy, and that's just real talk. I mean, we looking at it. I mean, all this fake beef about Nene. She knew Nene was talking about her. Matter of fact, I heard Nene out of my own mouth. I been trying to remember if it was on one of her lives on her YouTube or if it was on the interview she did with someone. I want to say it was an interview. They asked her. It was an interview. It was one of the interviews she did when she sat on the panel. But they asked her, who was she referring to? And I heard it out my own ears. She said Kim Zolciak. She said Kim Zolciak. That was over a month ago. Way back when they asked her, they put it first. She said she wasn't gonna say this. She turned around and say, and they kept drilling. She said, "I'm gonna go on and say Kim." That's what she was talking about. But the bottom line is, I mean, it don't matter. Even if she thought that she was talking about her, she was already doing. Even before all of this come about, Kandi was already throwing little dabs at Nene. She's been doing it season after season after season. And so it's always been something there. And I think that, she has shown us that she is money hungry. She is just money hungry. That's who rules. That's what rules her is money. She would put money, anything. She would put money over her marriage, over her kids, over her anything. So they found the thirst bucket. They talk about Cynthia being thirsty. Cynthia thirsty, a lot of them thirsty for different things, but Kandi is thirsty for power. She thirsty for a dollar. And so they found that source, and they're gonna allow her to and all this using her to talk about this situation was a bunch of bull. And anybody that fall for that mess to think that she care or that Andy care is bottom line, she could give two rats. That's how I feel. As long as they willing to pay her, she'll say and do anything they want her to do. And that's just real talk. She's gonna use Kenya because she needed some people to side with her. But she's gonna use Kenya, and when she get to where she wanna be, she ain't Kenya friend. She's not Kenya. I don't believe she. Well, I don't believe Kenya's her friend. But when she get through using Kenya, and when she don't bring Kenya up to the top with her, Kenya gonna turn on her just to show she gonna turn on her. So that's gonna be the end of that. So far as Nene with this, her statements and her coming out saying that other people are racist. I mean, they're racist people in all walks of life. My only thing with that is that Nene was running up behind these folks. Now she had a big. I love me some Nene now. I do love. I'm right. I love Nene, but I'm gonna keep it 100. She had a big shoe wearing herself, running up behind them folks. Thought she was gonna get up in there. Thought she was gonna get up in that circle. When she was living up in LA, she thought them 12 were gonna get her up in that circle with them women. She thought they were gonna accept her because she thought if she go to talking a certain way and fix her nose like them and do all of that and get proper and open up these high-end boutiques and brand herself, which is what she's done. I'm not knocking her for that, but she thought that those women were gonna bring her in. And that's just what it was. And she was, and I'm sure they have shown her in more than one. I'm sure she has seen in more than one way how they really feel about her. She probably just not saying something about it because she's wanted to be part of that circle too. So she was thirsty too to be part of that circle. I would listen when Wendy Williams and Marlo was talking about how those people treated them when the three of them went to this store, high-end store. And they was talking about how the people treated them and how they was following them around. Both of them was saying that and on the same page. But Nene was the only one saying, well, I didn't see that. I didn't. That's what the other people would say. They would say something like that. Well, I didn't take it like that. Like, quit playing, man. Them folks gonna always remind you who you are. Your feet too big. You can't roll with them. So I think
Charlotte, I gotta go, Charlotte.
Tell her feet too big, baby. Come on back over here with us.
Bye, Charlotte. Bye. I hate everybody. I don't even know where to go. I don't even know where to. Lord, and Freddie ain't even on camera. Freddie, you about to read too, Freddie?
Yeah, I got to.
Wait, Freddie, before all y'all in here, it's a whole bunch of people in here. Go ahead and like this video. And if you are not subscribed, subscribe right now so you could be a member of the squad as well. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Freddie. Let me hear what you got to say.
Yes, indeed. Let me say shout out to Charlotte because she dropped a couple of jewels. She did.
Which jewels did? Well, I don't even want you to recap. I just want you to start because we got a lot of people waiting. Just start on you first.
Okay. First of all, DaBrat. DaBrat breath has been smelling like summer's eve since 1995. So people need to stop playing. That's the first thing.
At least it's French. I can't.
The second thing is this. Kandi is acting like a plantation mammy. She sitting up here crying, Master Andy, it's hard trying to teach my children. You know what I'm saying? Just setting us back 50 years with their foolishness. And I don't know about y'all, but I done watched Riley Page. Riley got a white boyfriend.
Stop. We ain't talking about no kids. Kids are off limits. I don't care how old.
Riley,
no, Freddie, don't make me hang up on you, Freddie. We not talking about the kids. Keep it to Kandi. Leave the kids alone, Lord.
So I can't say nothing about the little boy?
No.
Okay. Shout out to Porsha. I am proud of Porsha. Porsha ain't just talking. She's actually out there doing something.
Okay.
She gave a heartfelt knowledgeable speech. She been taking tear gas. She almost twist her ankle out there running. Meanwhile, where's Cynthia?
Cynthia was in Marlo's Black Lives Matter. She with her man in LA. You know,
What are they doing?
they was marching.
Now she did. I think she was in the video. I believe.
Mhm.
But notice you didn't see Kenya Moore in it.
I did not. What was Kenya at?
Writing Harvey Weinstein a letter trying to get him out. Yeah.
Why she want to get him out?
Well, you know, he made a lot of promises.
Freddie.
And you know,
Is that why you read from your notes?
I freestyle. I don't use notes.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Yeah, but I think Nene been working on this on something big behind the scenes, and she started it before the protest kicked off, which is why she acquired Lisa Bloom. And if you know Lisa Bloom's specialty, then you can kind of start putting the pieces together. So I don't like how Kandi interjected herself as though the show revolves around her or what Nene got going in her life. Nene looking at a bigger and brighter picture. And now with the climate being like it is, she could actually, you know, make something happen. Now, you were saying earlier, why would she do that and she's still collecting a check from them? You can do that. It's just they're gonna start putting the beam on Nene, and any infraction they're gonna try to get rid of her. But by then, she gonna either be the security bag because she got a lot of ventures going on, you know, outside of ROH, you know, but you know, that's a nice check coming.
Okay, Freddie. We appreciate your input tonight. Thank you so much. Next time you need to be on camera.
I got you.
And take that Saints crap off. Falcons only over here.
Oh no.
All right.
All right.
Bye. Woo, y'all are, oh my God. Y'all tag teaming me. Did y'all call each other on the phone and like come over to get on the phone real quick? What happened?
I don't know Freddie at all. He was so boring. A very poor follow-up to Charlotte. She was hilarious. And I really appreciated her input. Freddie just, he was not an act to follow. I wanted to talk about the thing that we were talking about earlier, which is,
which thing?
Girl, you know I'm on crack. I can't remember.
New York. What is going on, girl? Child?
I really just wanted to call in because Von Zipper, you know, we love the squad. And I really love the channel and I love the sentiment of the channels. And I really believe that a lot of the callers get it. You know, this channel really is about uplifting people. And that's what you do. And that's what a lot of the callers do. And Von Zipper is just a fraud. He's always talking this big corporate stuff like he's got degrees and property and all of these things. And he doesn't. I Googled this bitch.
Oh my God. New York, go to bed.
Yes.
Go to bed.
I was trying to go to bed, but he's just so disturbing to me. He is not professional. He is not in corporate America. Okay. And yes, I pulled his records. He's talking about he owns property. Where are
We
the
don't
deeds?
we don't need to dox anyone. We don't need to do this. But
Well, I'm not gonna, expose him because it's just, he's just very delusional, and I don't really have any respect for people like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
your
All I wanted
boyfriend
to talk
told you to
about.
stop. Paulo done told you to stop, so you gotta stop.
Well, Paulo has lost my respect. He's clicking up with Von Zipper, chatting with him, totally ignoring me. And
So
I have nothing to say.
Now you jealous.
Yeah, because Von Zipper is pretending as though he's not a bottom. And we know that that is the case.
Bye, New York. Bye.
Okay, I love you. Thank
Good
you.
night. Lord, I'm still going. We got a lot of people back here. I'm trying to take everybody. Hold on. Tisha.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I think I'm doing great. How are you? But I think
My next caller got to be somebody on camera. Y'all making me mad now.
Look, after Charlotte, we should have just shut the show down and be like, all right, bye-bye. I stand with Charlotte, okay? And when Freddie said, "Oh girl, breath is smelling like summer east," and they went, "Oh God."
Where do y'all get these jokes? I'm just like, dang, y'all write these reads down before y'all call.
Cause I'm just like the Brat still in the shower with her slippers on, okay? We clearly know this.
Why y'all dragging the Brat? The Brat is finally walking in her truth. She said she feel free. Those are the words that came out of her mouth. She was praising the sky. She was like, I'm happy.
She need to free Lil James. They did that little boy wrong. That's who they need to free, Lil James. That little boy, that little comedian boy, Lil James, that be talking back to his mama. They had gave him some kind of fake contract and moved his mama all the way to Atlanta. And then told her she had to pay rent. Judy wanted Brat to go out in the public and tell everybody that they was in a relationship because Judy is an opportunist, okay? We all know this. Kaleidoscope ain't selling nothing, okay? We already know what's going on. But anyway, we gonna move past the Brat. So I'm hot mad with Jezebel. Now, I'm hot mad with Jezebel because name one fundraiser event Kandi has put on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm gonna give you a second.
Look, we ain't got time, but I already tell you I don't know none.
She ain't put on not now. When Porsha first came on and she called Kenya Miss America, she was doing an event for Hosea Williams. We have seen Porsha passing out food and doing a tour drive in the name of Hosea Williams. Please, somebody tell me one fundraiser. Somebody in the chat, please help me, help her. Okay, help Jezebel. Okay?
Kandi got a whole foundation called Kandi Gives Back.
Please name one fundraiser she did in the public eye for us to see. I ain't even heard of that foundation.
Go look it up. They got their own Instagram page. Kandi be collecting money for the students, giving books and stuff. Why y'all want to drag?
Even Nene did that little hat around season 1 where she had them girls come out there with them big hats on about domestic violence. She did a fundraiser. Even Kenya did a fundraiser that she didn't get no money to. And I don't even like Kenya.
Oh God.
Kandi ain't did nothing now fundraiser. I should have to go. Marlo even get a cheering prom dresses during prom time. Not now. So back to my list. Kandi up there crying, and she know good well she was in the other room doing an interview on FaceTime while Ty was in there trying to explain that poor baby about why the cops is bad people. Kandi won't even in the room. She came in on tail end, Digger said, and I know you care about us, but you ain't got to explain this to Benjamin. I ain't got to explain this to my child. Girl, boo, and bye-bye. Okay?
Lord, Tisha, what? Okay. Kandi ain't gonna never like me no more.
I told y'all the other night, Andy was sitting there like, Lord, I got to go find me a black baby to rub his head. You remember the other night we were talking about that man that was up there, and he said that back in the days it used to be a wives' tale that if you rub a black baby head, then that was good luck. And Andy was sitting there like, what? I'm fit to go get me one. He don't care. Porsha
All
up
right.
there talking about the cause. She up there talking about things that you could do, how white people could go and try to research why they need to have these conversations and understand the reason why we're protesting. Kandi up here talking about my baby don't understand why cops are back. And then said that Riley, she went and unfollowed all her white friends that have not said anything. That's hatred. That's racism. Maybe they don't know how to respond.
Okay.
Cause you know the instant some white person try to say something thinking just like KKK Kim tried to do something on Blackout.
Even Nene said that, like, it's hard to say anything when people are so micromanaging everything that you say.
Right.
So, I mean, and that's anybody, black, white, green, or purple. Like, people think you don't say enough. Think people say you say too little.
Too much.
You say the wrong thing. So, I mean, I can understand that completely.
Exactly. So why say, okay, you did a great job by unfollowing people because they haven't said nothing?
Well, there you go. Well, Tisha, thank you so much.
Thank you,
so much.
girl.
I appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, I gotta get somebody who on screen. Somebody, anybody. Hey, how you doing?
I empathize with the Brat. You know, I always got to come with the empathy. The Brat was born in a time where it wasn't acceptable to just just shout it out from the rooftop.
The Brat ain't that old. Nah,
no, okay, no, she
ain't
is.
Tyler, like you. I could give Tyler Perry a press, but the Brat, she in a whole different generation.
Nah, come on. The Brat's older than me. I didn't grow up in a culture where people were shouting it from the rooftop. Concept change, yes. No, come on now. Come on. We still got people that still don't say it out loud. Like, we got people who just said it the other day that we really love. We really got to give us. Like, we empathize. Girl, you're free. I'm down with you being free. Listen, be happy in the skin that you're in. I just wanted to talk to Nene. I think Nene is tired. In the sense of the constant being berated. You mentioned
in and out, Reese.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know what's going on.
Let me go. I don't even know.
It's your internet or something, like you in the strong section. Move around, something. I don't know.
I'm on Wi-Fi. I got all 6 bars.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Reese. I wanted to hear from you. Hold on, let me see. Rashad Akeem, you got your whole government on here, honey. We about to Google
that's
you.
My name.
How you doing?
I wanted to say something. Oh, I'm doing good. How are you, Miss Michelle?
Good. I'm good.
I wanted to say something about Mbele, because Mbele did a live yesterday about Kim Zolciak, saying that she wasn't even compensated for being on the TV show in season 10, and that she was being racist or called her a black bee, So I wanted to
here's what I saw
that,
and people keep tagging me in that, and I remembered that story. She Mbele, like, yes, Kim is racist. We already know Kim is racist, and y'all know I would be the first person to tell y'all if I had some tea, like a text message, that Kim was racist. But I question the validity of that text message. Where was it? Where is it from? Who was it sent to? Like, it looks like a constructed text message. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only reason why I don't roll with that. But whatever Mbele say, that's fine. But she's going off of a text message that we don't even know is authentic.
Right, because it didn't even show the timestamps or who it was from or nothing. It just showed the little text with the blue and the white messages. So it was kind of like, what? I don't know whether to believe it or not.
Mhm.
I also wanted to ask you a question. What do you think about season 13? How do you think it's gonna pan out?
Well, I think all the ladies are going to be back so far that I know. I heard they're planning on filming something around the end of June. But I don't know how they're gonna film. Like I don't know that they're gonna have a resume like normal production schedule. I don't think they're gonna do that, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And I also wanted to say something about I know this is kind of off subject, but I'm just gonna say this about Kenya. Kenya was raised Jehovah's Witness, so I kind of understand why she acts the way she acts. Because I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and I think she will probably never be happy, and she's trying to do all these little actings, and it sounds very scripted and rehearsed. And I think she wants to get some kind of sense of happiness, but she's never gonna get it, honestly.
But didn't her and Mark pose in front of a Christmas tree? Like I don't know. Like I'm just. I thought
Girl, she does it for clout. I really don't understand what she's about. I really don't understand. I'm Nene all the way down.
Mhm.
For real.
I don't get it, but it is what it is. Because I mean, my thing is, we see that she's not with this man, but it's like I get beat down every time I say it, so I just be like, whatever, y'all pay attention. But it's just interesting. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Kenya anymore. I really don't.
Right.
I hate to be.
And
the
I'm
big
proud of DaBrat too, because it was hard for me to come out. I didn't come out until I was 21. And I'm
Wow.
almost 24. Because
Okay.
I was
I mean,
raised in a highly
everybody comes out
religious.
in their own time. I get that, but DaBrat was in the public eye. Who didn't know?
Yeah,
I didn't see DaBrat at the club with all these girls. Like everybody knew DaBrat. Like when DaBrat hit that girl in the face with a bottle, everybody knew. Like we knew.
She's a dead giveaway.
Because that was a crime of almost like she wanted to disfigure the girl's face because girl wouldn't holler at her or something. That was that kind of crime. Like nobody tries to disfigure nobody's face. Like, come on. Like, I don't know. That's just me talking. But yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting. Well, I won't take too much of your time. I just wanted to come on.
I appreciate you for calling in. Thank you so much.
No problem. I'll keep watching.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Mickey Solomon, you're next. Oh, I'm getting through everybody now. Hey, Mickey Solomon.
Hi, Miss Michelle.
How you doing?
I am good, and I just want to say something about Bravo, firing the Vanderpump Rules cast members.
Okay.
I feel like that was very much necessary because it's like all the evidence is there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah, they had to do that, but it's unfortunate that it took this long for them to really wake up and see what's really going on. And I feel like some people think that, with the white privilege and everything, like they're walking on water. Like, no, you know how you're going to learn? You're going to learn, okay, we're going to stop your bag. That's how you're going to learn. Okay.
But you don't think that's like a surface level fix? Because if they're doing it and they're in front of the camera, imagine all the things that are happening behind the camera in production.
Exactly.
In the executive office, like it's way deeper than what we see.
It is. It really is. But at least, the reputations is definitely, been tarnished now. So maybe that might hurt their feelings, but who cares? And as for Porsha, I think Porsha has been doing a really, really good job. I saw her on Watch What Happens Live both nights, and I think she was very eloquent. And you can tell, like, she's really passionate about this. I don't think it's for the cameras or, like, just to be trending or whatever. I think she's really serious, And I really like the fact that Bravo, even with Kandi, like, I don't really like Kandi. But it's like, oh, yeah, have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't hurt anyone, And as for Miss Leaks, I've been saying this for a while, and I remember I told you on the show a few weeks ago, Michelle, her problem, you really think she cares about Kandi? You really think she cares about Kenya? Her problem is with Bravo TV. Okay? Kandi inserted herself. Okay? Because she was trying to, get something for the reunion going. Okay? Her problem has been with Bravo TV for a while. I feel like ever since she came back in season 10, it hasn't been the same. I feel like, I don't know, something happened. She rubbed them the wrong way, or I don't know. You know, I feel like she has been kicking and screaming for a really long time. And I think, yeah, there has to be conversations. And I saw the tweets that she tweeted about, the Kardashians and their salary. I'm a Kardashian fan. I'm 25 years old. So that's like kind of like I'm their demographic. And yes, I do believe that they need to have a conversation because this is systemic racism. This is not okay. How come a group of family, like how many? They're like 10, 15 people, get $150 million. But these girls, like Nene's getting what Kim Kardashian got 10 years ago. That's not right. And their ratings are like, I mean, granted, the ratings is not the same from 5, 6 years ago. Housewives used to do like what, 3, 4 million every week. Now they get 2 million on a good night. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, TV's not the same than how it was back then, but their ratings is not good. And I'm not even trying to sound like a hater because I like the Kardashian show, but when you really think about it, it's like it's not okay. How come? Because they're under the same NBC Universal, so they're sister companies, and Bravo, and that's not right. And I feel like the only way it's gonna anything is gonna get resolved is that if all of the housewives get together and be like, yo, like we want to raise, like look at those girls over there, they're making big money, but obviously that's never going to happen because we all know Kenya, and it's everybody has ulterior motives. But Nene has been kicking and screaming for a really long time, and I really hope that this is the time that the conversations take place. They really need to listen to her because I saw her retweets. Like, she is not happy.
No, she's
Like,
not.
she is really like, so I really hope that they all, get together and work it out. And as for Kandi, I mean, we all know Kandi. Kandi is just another. It is good that she, went on and talked, and she's been doing these Instagram lives with people, and I'm all for having the conversation. But I feel like Kandi, once again, is behind the scenes with Kandi. You know what I'm saying? And as for Kenya, you know that she's gonna make this whole thing a storyline about the PSA, and she wasn't a part of the PSA. You know she's gonna make this a storyline,
Of
right?
course she
And she's
is.
gonna be like, "Oh, I don't like the way she asked me, Marlo. I don't like, or maybe she didn't invite me." She's gonna come up with this whole petty ass like storyline. Like, that's how low in the gutter this woman really is. She's gonna turn this thing into a storyline, and it's just sad, because where is she? Is she like protesting? Like, what is she doing?
In the
But yeah,
house. In the
I
house.
mean,
Read.
literally,
She's probably in the chat right now.
like she's too much. But I really hope that they all like, resolve their issues. But if it's gonna happen like that, all of them have to get together and be like, their contracts and everything. They need to talk about all of that because I don't think it's fair how one gets 150 million for 5 seasons, whereas these girls are bringing in the ratings because their ratings are not even good. Kardashians right now, they don't even get 1 million. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
even Kim Zolciak, the fact that she's been on
Man,
Housewives
Kim's show should have been canceled, but that's a whole
like
nother
for
story.
years, but she gets season after season after season. I'm like, oh my god! Like when I see her commercials, I'm like, oh shit! Like she's still on TV. But this is like systemic racism. Like it's not okay, and everybody needs to be handled now. I feel like now it's unfortunate that it took this situation to happen for everybody to be like, oh my God, Black Lives Matter. And everybody's hopping on the bandwagon and everything. It's unfortunate, but the conversations need to, happen, because it's not only, police brutality. It's in the corporate world. It's entertainment. It's every music industry. It's everywhere,
You're right. You're right.
And did you watch Claudia? She was having conversation with
We don't watch her. We don't watch her.
They were talking about Nene, and I was like, oh my God, you see, this is exactly what
No,
I'm saying.
I'm not going to watch her. We don't even talk about her. Claudia, the colorist. We don't talk about her.
Literally, like, they were talking about Nene, and she was just like, I don't know, you guys should talk and whatever. Apparently, they had beef, and I was just like, really? Y'all have beef? But they were like, oh, they should, get together and resort their problems. And she lied. She was just like,
look, Mickey, we going off deep, and we don't talk about her over here. But
she lied, and she said I didn't say anything.
No, she lied. She lied. She's a liar. She's a colorist liar. We know that. That's a given. So there's no need to even discuss.
But they steady use her name.
Look, thank you, Mickey. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Now let me go back to Reese real quick, see if her Wi-Fi doing all right. Reese, your Wi-Fi is still messed up, girl.
It's still messed up. Can't hear me?
It's off and on.
All right, I'll stay in the chat. I'll see you on Patreon if you come on.
Well, your video is sketchy, but I can hear you.
Okay, no, I was just my one statement is that I really truly think that Nene is tired. I went into her do an interview this morning, and I really like watching her over the season and then seeing her in the interviews. You can see that it set in that she is tired. Like the interviewer asked her like what would she want the show to be. He basically said it would be great if we all could get along. Really spent a minute in the interview. She was being interviewed by a gentleman from South Africa, and she said it would be great if we got along and just kept expanding. And it was sincere for her to say that, because it would be a great platform. Like I said the other night, Kenya truly is the only one that has nothing going on. Like, as much as we do the banter about Kandi and everybody else, they have made individual growth on the show. And I'm a late bloomer when it comes to Housewives, so I've really done homework on each of them just to see what their path has been. And they all, Cynthia, Tanya, all of them, even Eva, you know what I'm saying, has made moves and grow over the years. So what is, at this point, I really, really, really am invested in the fact that Nene is tired. She's having these conversations. She's not being heard. And at this point, what do? The gentleman asked her about Kenya, and she said it. She said, I've given several olive branches, and I'm kind of done. So if Kenya wants to get on board, she can get on board. I don't think Andy is invested. I've watched him several times, and every time there's a topic or a topic that needs to be expanded upon, he sits and do the head nods. And I'm not here for that. If you're gonna be an ally, because that's our new word now, be an active ally. I'm not doing allies that are just taking up space, because here's the thing: we know what climate we're in. We know that change is needed. We want active allies. Thanks for having me. I'll see you in Patreon. Thanks.
All right.
Later, Michelle.
All right. Bye. Hold on. S. Marie, are you? S. Marie, I see your camera on, but I don't see you, S. Marie. Where's your face? Why I can't see your face? I don't want to see your hand. I want to see your face. Okay, I'm going to the next person, S. Marie. Hello. Mickey, we go. Turn your computer down, Shay. Turn your computer down, Shay. Know that. That's a given. So it's no. Okay, I gotta come back to you. You echoing, Shay, the way of Shay. Alaka, you're next. Hello. I'm trying to get everybody, but y'all need to get these cameras and stuff together now.
I know. Do you know what? I actually tuned in after you guys had already started the live, and I switched off all my lights, and I was actually ready to go to sleep. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like walking all the way there to switch on the light again. So you wouldn't be able to see me if I had my camera on, unfortunately. I apologize.
At least we can hear you. Appreciate you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, first I just want to say the DaBrat coming out. I didn't know that. I honestly, I always thought she was always out. So I'm a little bit surprised. Like, what? Really?
Right.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like, yeah. But anyways, on to the next one, because that's literally what that is. It's like,
Right,
okay, awkward. Yeah, you know. I think in regards to like the firings that has been happening at Bravo, the way I see it, it's great aesthetics for these big businesses to kind of act like they are outing these people who have behaved in these atrocious ways, you know. And I think it's really ridiculous. A perfect example I can give you is Amazon. Amazon, I have worked for Amazon. As a matter of fact, I quit only a few months ago. And I quit because I just couldn't stand the level of racism that I was witnessing and experiencing. And I always used to call everybody out at every given opportunity. So much so that when I left at my own accord. And then when the COVID thing happened and they needed people, they actually called me, asked me to come back, even after the way I literally left with like a 12-page letter of complaint, where even after I left, those people were being called in to be talked to. That's how much I stood up, because I couldn't stand the way they were treating Black people in that place. And I think it's so ironic that Jeff Bezos has got the audacity to go on Instagram or Twitter, wherever it is, and he tries to out all these customers that are saying, oh, you're supporting Black Lives Matter, but you know, so I'm not going to shop from you anymore, blah blah blah. And I was like, wow, first and foremost, Jeff, if you are really going to call out people and expose people for being racist, how about that you clean your own home first? At the end of the day, charity begins at home. So why not clean up what's actually happening in your businesses? Those are your entities. You are responsible for how those people are being treated. So how is it that you want to call out all these people, but you will not call out your own employees for racial behavior? So when I see a lot of these big companies are going, we stand up, but I've heard other stories, I kind of side eye them. I do commend them. Yes, they want to try or whatever, but I can't tell the difference whether they're jumping on the bandwagon to try and protect their business because they don't want to lose any more money than they already have had during COVID-19, or if they're actually doing it because they truly really stand up for what they believe is right. Because at the end of the day, what they need to really realize is what happened to George Floyd has been happening to our people for many years, all the way back to slavery. And George Floyd, as horrible and horrific that was to see and witness by the world, literally that policeman having his knee right on his neck is also a metaphor of how we felt. We've literally felt like we cannot breathe. We're trying to speak up, but you won't let us. We can't even be ourselves because you look at us funny. We can't be passionate about something because you're going to look at us like we're angry. You know, so like for me, I do question a lot of people. I'm a born again Christian, and the Christian platforms that I follow on Instagram, social media in general, the ones that I've seen not even make an effort or say anything about Black Lives Matter, I've actually unfollowed them. Like I've actually unfollowed them. Why am I following you to talk to me about Christ when I know that you're not displaying Christ-like behavior? We're supposed to be the neighbor that you're supposed to love as yourself, as we've been commanded to. So why are you not doing that?
Right.
Why are you not doing that? As Christians, they're supposed to, if anything, they're the ones who are supposed to truly stand up for what is right. So I find that really baffling, you know. And then in regards to like the Housewives of Atlanta, to be honest, at this point, I kind of feel like if there's anyone, because I haven't even really been paying that much attention to what's been going on with the Housewives because of obviously the bigger picture right now is us trying to find opportunities and getting people more educated about how to stand up for our rights as Black people, because the gates have been opened and we need to make the most of it so that it stands long term, right? And so I have not really been paying attention if people have been throwing shade or whatever to each other. I don't even really care about that right now. Honestly, I do not, because I feel like every single housewife at this moment, this is their golden opportunity to say, you know what, no matter what it is that we've said to each other, when you really and truly think about it, right? When you really, really think about it, whatever it is they've said to each other, no matter how nasty it might seem, it's honestly not that deep, because none of them died from it. None of them died from it. They're still surviving and they got paid for it. So truly, it's not that deep. They can squash it and decide we need to band together. This is the time. This is our time where we can tell Bravo and stand up to Bravo and all the executives and these networks to tell them that they need to stop portraying us in the way that they are portraying us. This is their golden opportunity. And it irks me to know that some of them might still be throwing shade at each other. For what? Do we not have bigger problems right now? If you really want to be represented well, this is the time to band together. This is your golden opportunity, because at the end of the day, right now, to be honest, I feel like the Housewives of Atlanta has kind of lost its, it doesn't have that balance anymore. The balance is just not there anymore. Again, I think I've said this even before to you, Michelle. I miss the times when they would show more of what they're doing with their businesses. I miss the times when they would show more of how they were raising their kids, and I miss that side of it. And someone mentioned earlier on, I think, about how, this one's charity, trying to compare the charities and this and that. But that's because the network has chosen not to showcase this side of what these women are capable of what impact these women have on their society, on their community.
Right.
So how are we going to get that if you're constantly going to be pushing them to throw shade at them, at each other? What are they, school children? Come on now. This is not Riverdale or any of these other little shows. This is not, what is that show with the crazy girls? Bad Girls Club or whatever.
Oh, Bad Girls Club, yeah.
Housewives of Atlanta, it's not Bad Girls Club. Like, do you honestly want to keep portraying that image of Black people? Like right now here in the United Kingdom, what they've done is a lot of the shows that have portrayed Black people in a negative way, they're getting cancelled as though someone has just gone and sprayed like fly killer around. They just
even with that, and I get what you're saying, and everybody's angry and stuff, but it's like I understand like showing Black people in a negative way, we should be canceled. And I feel like if it's stereotypical, if it's blatant, that's one thing. But there's good and bad in all races. So it's like we get into a slippery slope when we say, well, cancel the housewives, cancel the basketball wives, cancel this, cancel that, because they show women, blah, 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 blah. But then it's like you start canceling all these shows, and then we're left with nothing. And then we have, Caucasians with the same shows doing the same things. And then you mad because we're not on TV and we're misrepresented. So it's like, it's a slippery slope. Like we can demand to be shown better, but at the end of the day, there's entertainment also. And you got to take some things for what it is. And some things you just entertain.
No, I don't think, I personally do not think Housewives needs to be cancelled. I don't think it needs to be cancelled. I just think the housewives themselves need to stand up to the matriarchy or patriarchy, whoever it is that's in charge. And I think this is their time to do so, because I think this is the time when they'll be more willing to listen. Do you see what I mean? I think this is the time that they can do that. And I think if they fail to do that, I personally, because obviously I can't speak for anybody else, I will be very disappointed that they did not use the fact that they were in a position where actually people are ready to listen. Whether they like it or not, they're going to have to listen. This is their chance. So it's, right now, this is the best time for them to, if anyone doesn't understand, this is their time for them to tell them about how they feel that they've been institutionally there's the institutional racism. Sorry, I'm literally tripping over my words. Institutional racism, structural racism, everything that happens, because at the end of the day, entertainment or not, that is all part of it because of the type of salaries that they receive. Pretty much what the other caller said, saying that the housewives, they are the highest rated show, yet they're earning so much less than the Kardashians. That needs to be brought to the table.
Right.
That needs to be discussed in depth.
You're
And
right.
demands need to be made, not just a simple discussion. Demands need to be made. They need to protest in their own way. The way everyone else is protesting around the world, they need to find a way to protest, because Housewives being the highest rated show means a lot of people are being influenced by it. And nobody wants to be influenced seeing Black women constantly fighting each other and degrading each other. We've kind of had enough of that. We already have that narrative of what people think of us. We don't need that anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like as always, a
Thank you.
pleasure. A pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Great
Good.
show as always, Michelle.
Thank you. Thanks, Alaka.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
S. Marie, so you ready now, huh? You ready?
I was asking if you could hear me on the
I can see your hand. That's all I can see is your hand. Like I can hear you on the back end. I can just see you.
Well, thank you, Michelle, for having
And I
me.
didn't want to like because sometimes people come on and they be putting like porno and stuff up, honey. So I was like, I don't want to just see your hand. You need to show me something now, Yeah, I didn't know what was gonna pop up when you. I gotta be careful. I'm just saying, it's late. It's almost 1 a.m. Ain't no telling what may pop on the screen.
Okay, I know my room look wild, but not that kind of wild.
No,
okay, so I have watched the Housewives of Atlanta. I started with season 1. I fell in love with Nene when Sheree did that party thing. I watched her invite her to the party and then get to the party and slam Coda at her. So that's when I went in loving the Nene. All women have evolved, and I have not seen TV since 2013. I haven't had TV. So I've just been getting my news from YouTube and all that. But where they are now, that they've evolved, I'm very proud of them. I'm proud. I'm a spiritual person, so I'm proud of God. I'm proud of Kenya having this baby, because I know her motherhood level is going to be on a different level, and it's exciting. I'm happy for Kandi because she bought that house next door to the house. That's crazy. That's everything. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of okay. So they've evolved, and I just feel like they can do better. I'm not taking nothing from none of them ladies, because who am I? Mm-hmm. I just feel like the devil's a liar and a subtractor, and God adds. So you don't take nothing from them, but what they can do, well, I know I had a channel back. My channel got shut down in 2015, June of 2015. And I'm all about this unity project. And okay, it's so lofty that even if you say, oh, that just sounds too out of there, I think there's enough creative engineers who do movie scripts, play, little reality shows, cartoons, hashtags, whatever. My concept was this, because there's different levels to, and I love the previous caller, Ilaka, because she kind of helped me vibe on to where I was trying to go. It's different levels to the police brutality thing. If you have not lost somebody, or if you've lost somebody, or if it's happened to you, on what level it's happened to you, is about how much you can let it go, how much you can get over it. And me personally, I had the April 1st, 2001 in my driveway was my experience. And for a year, I couldn't stop crying. And then from there, I just came up with this thing from Baltimore, because I knew these cops were gangs and they were thugs, because I had called the IA on this cop in my driveway. And IA is internal investigation, whatever. The dude, like basically, they just straight they intimidate over the phone. Are you sure you want to press charges on the police officer, because you know you got 2 sons in the area? That kind of threat. Okay,
I'm lost. We went from the Housewives to what happened in your yard. I'm sorry, I just got lost in the story. I'm just confused. Where we going?
Unity Project. 10,000 citizens, because of the police and what they done to me. I'm trying to figure out how to get them back. Okay, I figure it's not just me, it's a lot of us. Basically, America hates inner city Black people, and that includes the Housewives. They part of America. You got to have somebody look down on. It's us. But what I'm saying is, us is a commodity, and we're beggars sitting on a gold mine. And for the creative thinkers in the room, and the people who are into collabing and building up. I was thinking 10,000 citizens invest $50 on our public market date. So it's going to involve bankers and a public market date.
Well, look, I appreciate you. And look, salute to you on your platform and your journey. But right now, this is not the place for that right now. But I appreciate you bringing it up. And good luck to you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Michelle. Nice to be here. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Okay. Yeah, about that. Hey, Glock Topics.
Oh, what's up, Michelle?
Bring it on home. Bring us back, Glock Topics.
Well, so I was late.
Bring us
so
back, Glock Topics. I'm already bring us back, please.
I was very late with everything, but I got the basis of everything. The Brat. She thinks we're all deaf and blind. So that's that. I saw Nene's post about everything going on with Kandi and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm always like playing publicist. I thought she could have like kept that back for a little while. Everything else she said I thought was fine, but her thoughts about being the only Kandi being the only one to speak up, I thought that was
really
too soon
because she just retweeted what other people thought. And you know, are we gonna read too deep into that?
But we know what a retweet. We know what a retweet is. She agreed with the tweet.
Okay.
And that's fine because I probably agreed too. But if time had passed and nobody else was up there, then I would agree with it. But you never know what he had planned for later on. You know, I do not like that comment right there. You never know what he has.
You know, I just be clicking. Click. Okay, go ahead.
He could have invited Nene up there later on, and I don't know. I think she's just kind of like putting herself out there to be to seem like kind of like, I don't want to say bitter, but it is seeming that way a little. And you know, I'm Team Nene all day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just kind
so
of
what do you
it
think
seems
about
like.
the psychic that's been speaking out about these fake texts?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, yeah, nothing.
What is this? What psychic?
Right, the psychic from season 10 or whatever in Bel-Air. Remember when Kim and them went to a psychic or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but whatever the case, now all of a sudden she's speaking out and said that Kim called her a black bitch, because I feel like now is the time for her to speak out and say that. But Kim didn't say black bitch to her face. Apparently she said it in these text messages that this blogger put out there, but no, there's no word of where these text messages came from, who said who.
Is it a credible blogger?
Yeah, another blogger. Yeah, that's not very credible, I should add. But
well, I mean, it's not the most unrealistic thing though. Like for Kim to say that.
Squad, Paulo.
Yeah, it's not the most unrealistic thing for Kim to call somebody a black bitch. We already heard that like, Big Papa was saying it.
Can't say with certainty that she didn't. It's like that. Yeah. A lot about her, but at the same time, those texts, like I said to when they brought it up, like y'all know how I feel about KK and Kim. I call her racist all day long, but I'm not gonna run with something just on the strength of because I don't like her. You know what I'm saying? This is factual. When I look at it, and I'm like questioning if the text is authentic. It's like, no, I can't do that.
And those Bravo stars that were fired, I thought the timing was interesting since it happened, you know, before this all happened, and they've known about it for a little while. I just find everything to be performative with all these companies and all these corporations putting out these statements. It's all performative. And when you kind of know about how donations work and how stuff like that kind of works when people pledge these $100 million to these companies or to these causes, is, well, I don't want to be like a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like they're trying to have like a say. Like when you pledge money to something, say like a stake in a company, your opinion then matters a little bit in that stake in that company. And I feel like that's like, who's managing this money? Who's like, I just have a lot of questions with all that, but I don't want to get into that right now.
Yeah, well, we'll say that for.
Are you going on Patreon tonight, or we drive you too late?
I was trying to be on here for 2 hours, but I might. If y'all
Yeah.
I'll take a vote
Yeah.
before I end it.
You're coming at like 2:30. Like, hey.
Never know. Well,
Okay,
thank you,
Michelle.
Block Topics. I appreciate you.
No problem. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
You too. Okay, I got 2 more calls to take. I'm only taking 2, so don't call in. Josie, is it Josie or Jose?
Let me tell you something. I'm at work. I'm praying to God that my phone don't ring, but not this guy. But that last caller, she got me. I forgot everything I was about to say.
And
Cause
I'm saying, look,
I thought you were gonna be beep, just click this. I'm like, okay, Michelle, come on now, cause this lady, she over here
felt it
on
going
her own
somewhere.
crap.
No, I felt it going somewhere, and I felt she was about to sell me something. I just felt it in my spirit, and I don't mind that, but this ain't the place for it. You know what I'm saying? I got emails, I got whatever, but you're not gonna use my platform to sell or to.
That was crazy.
Whatever you do, you're not gonna use my platform. That's all.
And the one before that, not the one with the accent. Oh, I loved her. She was great. But the one before that, I thought you were gonna hang up on her too. Because when you said we're not talking about her, and she's just on and on, I'm like, okay, Michelle, you gonna hang up on her or what? I'm like, she's just too nice.
The caller only want to promote. Well, the caller need to hit my email with a proposal, and I'll give her a fee. Like you think I built up my platform to allow other people to promote on it? Like I'm confused. And that's no shade. You know what I'm saying? Like I promote people for free often when
they just want to use you.
I gotta stand behind your product. I don't know you. You a stranger. Like I don't know.
Yeah, they're just throwing out there hoping somebody's gonna catch it, you know?
No.
But anyway, I'm not even gonna talk about the Brat because we all knew. They're just like Queen Latifah. She don't have to come out here and say it, but we all know. But when you said Tyler Perry, I always knew there was something about him. Just because he went and had a child means nothing.
Why y'all gonna drag Tyler? What Tyler got to do?
You said you did.
No, I brought up Tyler because she was saying that.
Why? We were having that conversation. I know how to read in between the lines. Yeah, okay. But listen, let me tell you something else. Nene and Kandi, I wish and I've been a fan of Real Housewives since day one. And I mean, I've seen Nene from plastic surgery from way when she was just a regular black girl to half white now, whatever she is. I don't know. But I wish her and Kandi and all of them would stop fighting one another, because when it's all said and done, Andy is Jewish. Andy don't care. Andy is all about how much money they're making him. He's not their ally. And there's no head bitch in charge. Because once they get done doing whatever, just like they just fired those from Vanderpump, there is no problem with them just saying, gotta go. Bye. See ya.
Yeah.
You know, and they're sitting there fighting one another over nothing when they should band together. And as far as Kim, just because you associate yourself and surround yourself with black people does not make you not a racist.
But she went to Gucci Mane wedding.
So what that mean? Oh, that's my best friend. You know that she surrounds her all around black people, but in reality, she can't stand us. She's just doing that so that people will like her. Because I don't see anybody white around her that's on that level like the black people. You don't see her getting her hair done by white makeup artists or hairstylists. They're all gay and black.
She got black friends. Somebody said she got black friends.
Acquaintances. They're not her road dog for real.
That Kim has black friends. That means she's not racist.
Yeah, right.
There used to be
you know what?
Out there that
she
said,
doesn't treat like when Sweetie was her assistant, she treated Sweetie like she was her lap dog. She don't do that to what's that girl, the cook, the chef, whatever that white lady is that's in the kitchen. She don't treat her like that. As a matter of fact, that lady talked to her like She's her boss.
Well,
When her
in
and
interview,
Kim,
sweetie, she did tell me that that it was Croy who changed everything. She said her and Kim was cool until Croy came around, and Kim seemed to have a different mindset when it came to her and people of color. That was from Sweetie herself.
yeah, Sweetie just don't
I
have a
always
mind of
thought
her own.
that Kim was a little, that she felt that way, but
Sweetie don't have a mind of her own, but Nene sure let her have it. Nene told her, "You're not finna talk to me any kind of way." Sweetie just.
I remember Derek J even tried to school Kim during that time because he was like, Kim, certain things you can't say to black people.
Remember on that bus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I thought her head was chopped off.
Yep. Well,
but did you know her? I don't even know how they're about to have a new season, but she's got a new season coming up.
Who, Kim?
Yeah.
I'm not.
There's a new season of what's it called? Tardy for the Party.
Tardy for the Trailer Park.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's one coming up. The only reason it's not on right now is because of COVID, but they were taping it. So she was on Watch What Happens Live a few days ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
someone said season 8. Yeah, it's coming. Mm-hmm.
Well, Josie, I appreciate you for calling in.
No problem.
You better get back to work, child.
Girl, my shift is over 6 minutes ago. I've been waiting on for 30 minutes.
Excuse me. Well, thank you for holding on and waiting for me. I appreciate you.
I was like, if she don't answer this call right now after this guy, I'm hanging up. I sure did. All right.
Thank you.
So nice. When the people start talking and they're off base, bye.
All right. I'm going to start hanging up on people just for y'all. Bye. Thank you, Josie.
Bye.
Last call for alcohol. Fee Love is in the building. Fee Love, unmute me. Fee Love, unmute me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, look, I was frantically looking for the mute button.
What is up? I love
nothing.
I've been on for 2 whole hours. Ain't this?
Yes, it's been nice. We miss you. I'll be looking forward to these live.
Y'all too, but my hair ain't done, so I don't be wanting to come on.
Listen, I totally understand. I get it. It's holding up good though. It's holding up real good.
It'll be all right.
You done figured out some magic to work.
I do.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say that with the Brat, we all knew what the deal was with that situation. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know why she came out with that, but I guess she must have thought everybody been asleep for the last 15, 20 years and won't looking at her. I don't know. So, I mean, I'm happy that she's in her truth, but like, clearly we all knew that. and probably when she reads and watches the blogs or whatever tomorrow, she's going to realize that, like, dang, so y'all all thought I was gay. Yeah.
But everybody knew. I don't know. I think Brat must be trolling us. She gotta be.
Listen, I just can't believe that she would actually think people didn't know that, but you just never know. People be in denial. People be in some serious denial when it comes to things. They think they really do. Sometimes I'd be amazed, like, okay, so you really didn't think? Yeah. So you never know. But the next thing I wanted to talk about was this whole Bravo thing with, to me, them jumping on a Black Lives Matter bandwagon. First of all, I think that it's just like Alaka said, the caller a couple calls ago. It's almost like you don't know what's genuine and you don't know what's being done just because, it's almost like the Me Too movement. Like, I want to make sure I'm a part of this because I don't want to be left hanging out back. They definitely, because, people are really coming up out of they lost a lot of money because of this whole COVID-19 thing and stuff, the world being shut down. So the last thing they need is to start losing their viewers and, you know, and things like that, because they're not on the right side of the matter. So I think, you know, once this thing happened and it start picking up a little steam, people are like, you know, jumping on the bandwagon, these companies, and you don't know what's genuine and what's not. But I agree with Alaka that they need to, now is the time for those girls to band together to get their money. Seriously. Like, I know that it's a chance that they might take, you know, but at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be anything ignorant, you know. It can be just them speaking up for once and for all, because I don't care what nobody say. Kim behaved, Kim Z, KKK, she was horrible the last season that she was on. So much so that the girls didn't even want to film with her anymore. I mean, she was just always making excuses. They didn't make her do anything. When she was pregnant, she acted like it was a disease that she was struck with, and she was pregnant every year. Like, it was crazy. And they let her get away with murder. And then when she left, she said some really nasty things. And I'm not so unsure if she did not say the N-word, because she was really being nasty, and so was Croy. And you know, and with Sweetie, I kind of agree. Even though I never liked the way Kim talked to Sweetie, you know, as her employer, their employer-employee relationship was very dysfunctional. I still don't know if Kim seen all that color until Croy came in. You could just tell that he's prejudiced. Like, he just walks around with a stick up his ass, just like he can't stand the fact that
I knew some Falcons players that said that about him. So
yeah, you can just tell, like, where he's from. They had never even seen Black people before. Like, I think he was like, I can't remember what episode it was, but it was almost like, you know, if they had one or two in the town, maybe. Like, he's from this weird place out in Midwest where there ain't no freaking Black people. And you could just tell by the way he acts and the way he reacts to her friends. Like, he's always so uncomfortable. And I don't know. It was just really weird. And the fact to the matter is didn't he dance with Sheree? Ain't that how she met him?
That fake Dancing with the Stars thing. Yeah, he did. That's how they met.
Right. So that kind of, I'm bewildered by the fact that you danced with a Black woman, which you had to, you know, get comfortable with dancing with her, but then you kind of side-eyeing your new girlfriend because all of her friends were Black. Like, Kim had a whole bunch of Black people surrounding her when she met Croy. And it seems like once she got with him, that he almost kind of like low-key reminded her, you're white, don't forget, you're white. You know, I don't know what he was whispering in her ear, but she got nasty to Sweetie. She started being nasty to all of the cast there at Real Housewives. She act like they were so beneath her. But let's keep it real. She kept most of the shit going on the show.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she got too good for it. Like, I don't have time for this. I got 15 kids at home and I ain't got time for this no more. This and the other. Girl, you was still lying, talking about somebody wanted to lick your box and stuff. And then when they confronted you, you act like you ain't say. Like, you still were stirring the pot on the show, but then you act like you ain't got time for them, like they're beneath you. And to me, her exit had racism written all over it. It just did.
Okay.
So that's my little comment for the night.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with Kim. I doubt it, but I feel like the conversation need to be had. They need to bring her.
It does. She don't. First of all, how she get a show, and how in the world are they renewing the show? And I still, if I was Nene, I would be low key salty that she named her show after the song that she really kind of helped her spice it up.
But you know, Kandi got low key paid for that. Remember she was crying because Kim named her all the money, and so when Kim used it as her theme song for the show, Bravo had to pay Kandi for the rights to use it. So that's why she shut up about it. So
I never thought about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And honestly, Kim wouldn't have never thought she was singing that song in the weird, or she played it for her. And Nene, the one that made it like, I like this one. I remember that episode like it was yesterday. She would have never thought to make that song. Yeah. Nene is the HBIC, and I don't know why they're doing what they're doing to her, but I just hope and pray that she gets her just due. I think that she would make a wonderful talk show host if she could strike a deal with another network or something. But because right now, I don't think they ain't putting no respect on her name. They not, because they trying to make Kandi the golden child. And I'm sorry, I like Kandi, but this season I didn't really like her as much. And I just see like some sides of her that I just didn't like this season. And I just feel like she's too boring to fill Nene's shoes. She don't have the same personality. Nene is a big personality, and she shuts it down when she walks in the room. Kandi don't do that. Like, she just don't. And so them trying to make her the queen is going to backfire to me on them.
You're right. Well, thank you so much, Philo.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
you. I'm going to do an
All right.
after show since the Patreon members have summoned me. I'm not going to do it that long, though. We're going to do like a 30-minute call.
Well, I'll be over there. I'll be over there.
All right.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Whew. Thank you to all the calls. We got so many people in the building right now. We still got 2,000 people watching. That is amazing. If you haven't already, liked this video and subscribe to the channel. My Patreon is patreon.com. iamATLien. I'm going to finish up the after party where we're going to get into a whole bunch of stuff. We might even drag a few content creators over there. Y'all know who I'm talking about. These ones who apparently all of a sudden they trying to pay attention to me, and they see I'm getting clicks and views. Now they trying to ride my coattails, and that's okay. I'm minding my business. I wasn't bothering nobody. I was just over here minding my business, talking about topics that I like to talk about, and now everybody want a piece of my pie. But that's all right. That is cool. I appreciate it. I really do. Let me say thank you to all the people who sent me super chats. Andrea Gillard, I appreciate you. Hold on. Let me go into this app real quickly. Hold on. Where is it? Andrea Gillard, Gallier, thank you. Shianti, thank you. Inez, thank you. Keel. Oh, I sent that one out. Okay. Thank y'all for the super chats. Thank you for the cash apps. Cash app Sam Smith. I see you sent one trying to drag Nene. You said something about Nene something. Hold on. Let me see what these super chats. Let me read these super chats real quick, because I be missing them. The chat be going too fast. We got 2 new members, Ann Grace and LERHG 90. Hey, Tyann sent a super chat and said, preach RHOA Nene only. Sam Smith said Nene needs to go, big baby. Okay. Inez, thank you so much. Said, I love Nene. Lava said the chat is lit. I missed out on the chat being lit. Y'all told me I'm gonna be laughing. Nino sent a super sticker. Thank you. Miss Main Event sent some money. Thank you. Glock Topic sent a little change, a little $1.99 for the StreamYard link. Thank you. Nino Wright sent a super sticker. Thank you. Nino sent another super sticker. Thank you. Nino that paid my light bill tonight. I appreciate you. Akia was a new member. Gail Reed sent a super sticker. Thank you. Coy Simmons was a new member. Life Reality, a spiritual journey is a new member. Oh my God, it's a lot of people in here. Okay, is that everybody? Hold on. It won't go down no more. Hold on. It won't go down no more. I think I see somebody else. The way this damn YouTube studio is, they be tripping. If I missed anybody, it's not my fault. I appreciate all of you. Farrah said Nene is the queen. That's who I missed. Thank you so much. And if you want to join the Patreon, I'm headed over there right now. I'll be there by 1:30. I'm taking a little 10-minute break. 1:30 is patreon.com. iamATLien. $5 to participate in our behind the scenes low-key live stream where we get down and dirty. You're not a new member? Okay, Kia. Oh, you're not? You might just, okay, that's okay. You're not a new member. Paulo summoned me. I'll be over there in 10 minutes. Let me turn my music on. Y'all making me forget my little process over here. Let me turn my ATLien music on.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien.
So good night, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the notification bell. Make sure you click the bell twice so that you can actually be notified each and every time I go live. As y'all know, I'm wishy-washy. Some days I'm here, some days I'm not. Today I'm here. Even though I didn't want to be here, I'm here. I had a bad day yesterday. I apologize for not coming on yesterday. I got some bad news. But y'all made me feel better. You know how they say do something you don't want to do and you'll feel better? That's how I feel today. I didn't really want to come on live. I didn't. I was like, I want to just not want to be here. But I'm here and y'all made my day. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so very much. Anyway, come on over to Patreon right now. Patreon.com. iamATLien. Good night, you guys.
ATLien. Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien.